Hey friends, it's essentially Jessi. This is a video I have been dying to do for quite some time now, and I just finally got myself together to film it. So anyway, this is my top 10. These are top 10 best-selling fragrances. I kind of went to Sephora and a bunch of places. Anyway, top 10 best-selling fragrances. Are they worth it? Like, are they worth it? Let's find out. So I went to Saks.com, I went to Nordstrom, I went to several different websites and kind of like hodgepodged what were generally the most best-selling fragrances. Did you know that on one of the websites I went to, I can't remember, it was one of the big box retailers, they didn't even have it where you could sort in best-selling. And I'm like, why wouldn't you do that? Because if people are, I don't know, buying a perfume like for their mother for Mother's Day or something, and they're like ordering it from wherever it was and then having it shipped to her house because maybe they wouldn't see her or they don't live close. Anyway, you'd want to get something that was probably best-selling. Anyway, they didn't have that. So I thought that was interesting. I want to say it was Macy's or Saks. So here are 10 fragrances that I have myself that were in the mix of there weren't really a whole lot of them that I didn't have. And I'm not sure if you can tell that the Sephora website does theirs as best-selling as of that day or that week or maybe that month, because their best-selling changes, and a lot of it is new releases that get put up closer on the best-selling, because you know, if you sell 500 of that today but then you don't sell something like Chanel No. 5, anyway, best-selling of all time would probably be Chanel No. 5, but these are best-selling, probably current bestsellers. Okay, so we'll just start off with Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. This was on several top 10s that I saw. Is this worth it? Yes, it is. I think that this is a great fragrance. I think that this is a fragrance that almost everyone should purchase. I think the packaging is perfect. I think that it is very youthful, but it is also serious enough. I mean, it's not a serious fragrance, but it's serious enough that anyone, any age, can wear this fragrance. This also made my Dumb Reach list, like my very first list. Dumb Reach list. Have I been doing this almost 2 years? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this was on my very first Dumb Reach list, and as you can see, I still love it. Okay, a newer best-selling one is YSL Libre. This is, in my humble opinion, not worth it. I don't reach for this. I'm probably going to list this for sale on my Mercari. It's just a no for me. I like it. I mean, it would be a safe blind buy for a lot of people. The intense version is nice too. I think you kind of generally like one better than the other. And I know that I've done a battle video on that, but I can't even remember which one I actually liked better in that video, because it's just, I have so many other fragrances that I reach for more than either one of those that it's a no for me. So for me, is the YSL Libre worth it? No, I would just skip it. Black Orchid. You guys. Yes, this is so worth it. Black Orchid by Tom Ford. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This may have been my first single fragrance review. I think that is really funny. That, like, this is bringing back some old school vibes. But anyway, Black Orchid by Tom Ford is gorgeous. Please do not blind buy it. You have to really be into more, I don't even, sophisticated. Like, you have to really appreciate it to appreciate it. That doesn't make any sense, but Black Orchid is worth every penny. Next time I buy it, I'm going to get the big bottle because I think the big bottle is gorgeous. I've tried the new one that came out, the Black Orchid Parfum. I just think that it's too much. Like, Black Orchid is already a bomb in itself. Like, I don't think that we needed, like, more, but hey, you do you. Like, some people may want more. So anyway, I love Black Orchid. I think it's a beautiful fragrance. It's a yes for me, for sure. Okay, next up, Black Opium. This is actually my bottle of the Intense, I think. But they're both so good. Are they worth it? Yes. I mean, does everybody have a Black Opium in their collection? Yes. I actually ordered for my Mother's Day to myself. I ordered the Illicit, the one that's got the green inside. I love Black Opium, and it's been out for a long time. Everyone and their mama has a bottle of it. Your roommates probably got it. Like, between you, it's kind of like one of those things where they say 6 degrees of separation. Okay, you're in less than probably 3 degrees of separation from someone that has a bottle of black opium if you don't have it. Maybe just 2. I don't know. It's just very, very popular. I love it. I think that it's a great fragrance. I think that it was great for kind of opening the doorway or gateway for coffee smells in like designer level fragrances, you know. I think that it's just a great fragrance. I think it's a great fragrance to have. It's a great dumb reach. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm wearing. I'll wear black opium. You'll look great and you'll smell fabulous. So there's that. Okay, next up is Flower Bomb. I could not leave this off the list. Hello. This is another one that everybody and their mama has. Is it worth the money? I would say skip this one and buy something else. I mean, if you love it, then of course. But if you're like, oh, I want to start a fragrance collection or whatever, I would say get something more unique. It is a beautiful fragrance. It is lovely. Don't get me wrong. And I will say that the Flower Bomb Nectar is beautiful. It lasts a little bit longer. The juice is darker, you can see. But this is a good alternative to just getting the regular, but it is sweeter, so it may be too sweet for you. If that's the case, stick with the Flower Bomb. But in my opinion, that it's not really worth, I mean, it is worth the money. I just feel like everybody has Flower Bomb. So that's where we're at on that one. I love it. Can I be on the fence on one? You know, whenever I put that on my list, whenever I was making I make cards for my videos for you guys, and I was like, oh, Flower Bomb, that's going on the top, because I knew it was going to be a top 10, and it was. It was in a bunch of top 10s, and for best-selling fragrance, best-selling perfumes for women. But I don't know. I hate to like talk bad of a fragrance. Sorry, why I so leave. Anyway, so Flower Bomb, I think, you know, buy something a little more sophisticated if you want to. Like an Mediterranean Honeysuckle by Erin. I mean, that's a lovely floral fragrance. They do not smell anything alike, so don't think that I'm saying that. But it's going, you know, they're both florals. So I think if you like Flower Bomb, like, keep looking for other things. And then if you decide that you love Flower Bomb, then buy Flower Bomb. I bought my bottle maybe 6 months ago. I had actually bought Nectar first and loved it, and I felt like I needed this in my collection just so I kind of reference it, and I do wear it. I mean, you can tell I put a dent in it. Okay, next up, Valentino Donna Born in Roma. This is one that is super popular. Coral Fantasy, the new release, is also very popular. I do not like Coral Fantasy. I'm just going to throw that out there. I blind bought it. It is going up for sale. This one, Donna Born in Roma. Okay, it's good. I would almost say, like, if you like this one, like, something, these are not the same, but they're kind of in the same genre. So, anyway, Valentino Born in Roma, Donna Born in Roma, I would just skip it. Unless you really like just sweet fragrances. There's something out there more interesting for you. So I would say that it is not worth the money. And I must say, fragrances are getting more and more expensive. I know everything is getting more and more expensive, but you know, it used to be that these fragrances would be like $50 or $60. Now some of these fragrances are $100, even for the smaller bottle. Things are just getting more expensive, as we know, but you really have to figure out if you like a fragrance before you buy it. So that's my 2 cents on not blind buying. Okay, Sol de Janeiro. This is the Sol Cheirosa. I don't even know. 62. Love this fragrance. It is very popular right now, and I think it's probably because it's getting close to summertime. I like that fragrance. Is it worth the money? Yes, I would say yes. I think that their body mists are not worth the money because they last 2 seconds. This one actually lasts. It smells different though, because I always assumed that the Brazilian Crush, this also says Cheirosa 62 on it. So I always assumed that these two were the same. They are not. They smell different. And this one, this is the, what does it say? Body fragrance mist. These do not last. Don't waste your money. This one lasts. It really does. It smells so good, and it's a lovely scent for spring, summer. Probably wear it at night. In the high heat, it might get a little too much. But anyway, for now, yes, that's so good. Okay, Burberry Her Intense. I have got, Siri's trying to talk to me, and I've got 2 more fragrances. Burberry Her Intense. Love this fragrance. Is it worth the money? No. Buy one of the other Burberrys. That's an easy no for me. I've had this bottle for at least 2 years, maybe 3. I actually found another Burberry Her. Sorry for the clapping. That might have been loud. I found another Burberry Her that I like even better. And I can't wait to share that with you guys. I just think that is overdone. And I'm not a huge berry fan. I think I've talked about that quite a bit, but I don't like berries in my fragrances that much. And that has a pretty strong, prominent strawberry note. So, Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. Yes, this is worth every penny. Everybody needs this in their collection. Okay, everybody that's like 22 and older. I don't know that an 18-year-old would appreciate this, but I love Coco Mademoiselle. It is a beautiful fragrance. It's timeless. It's elegant. I mean, I have friends that have worn this for years. I'm not even sure when this launched, but it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I almost want to say, like, group these kind of in groups of like people who like more interesting fragrances versus people who want more like I just want to smell good, like grab and go fragrances, because I feel like some of these are more grab and go and some of these are more kind of difficult to understand. So anyway, Coco Mademoiselle, not a safe blind buy. I do love this fragrance. I love wearing that fragrance. It lasts forever. It's worth every penny. Is it pricey? Yes. Is it designer? Yes. Is it gorgeous? Yes. Okay. And lastly, Carolina Herrera, Good Girl. Now, I have the Légère, but I smelled the wrong side of the heel like a ding dong. Okay. These Carolina Herrera fragrances are bomb. If you like them, they are great. I think that they smell different enough. Like, whenever I first smelled Carolina Herrera's fragrances, I have a tiny bottle of the like regular one somewhere, but this is the Légère. This is the lighter version. I love them both. If you like fragrances that are a little bit different, I have both of these. Now, I will say I got these little ones in the travels, I need to give this to somebody. Since I ended up buying the big bottle. So I tried these out. I will say the only thing that's really frustrating is that they said that they had atomizers and they don't. They have like daubers or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, and then I couldn't get it out. I got frustrated. But I love Carolina Herrera, Good Girl, and I love Légère. I love them both. And I think that these are well worth the money because they are so unique in comparison to most all of these, like the Flower Bomb and Chanso Tundra and things like that. So I think if you have those in your collection, maybe try something out like Carolina Herrera, Good Girl. I think that it's a beautiful fragrance, and I really think that, well, obviously the bottle's gorgeous too, but I really think that it adds some character to your fragrance collection if you are fairly, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say basic. I want to say, like, if you're really go with the flow on your, if you love best-selling fragrances, then I think that this really amps up your fragrance game for a date night and formal events and things like that. Like, you're going to smell so good, but don't blind buy them because they do smell a little bit unique. I personally love them. Some people may not like them. You may want to stay in the fresh, fruity, floral category, and that is perfectly fine. Like, I love when people stay in their lane. Like, that's my goal in life, is just to stay in my lane. I tell people that all the time. Somebody will ask me a question, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just trying to stay in my lane. Like, if I really don't know, I'm not going to guess, and I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on it. And anyway, I'm not really an expert on anything, but this is my hobby. This is what I love, and so I'm trying to stay in my lane and guide you guys to the fragrances that I think are worth the money versus the ones that I think aren't. So I kind of said that these are, and these are not. So I had 6 for and 4 against. But I like and appreciate all these fragrances. I mean, I have them in my collection for a reason. At some point I liked them, or at some point I was obsessed with them, or at some point I just thought that I needed them. And so I spent all my money. I don't think I've ever got a free full bottle of perfume from anyone ever. I did get some samples from Tavatus. I love them. But I just want to be really clear on like which ones are really worth the money because they're so expensive. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Is there anything that I left off this list? Are there fragrances that you think, okay, this is really popular, but don't buy it? Like, it's either overbought, you smell it everywhere you go, or you just think, I just don't like the fragrance. It's too sweet, or it's too this, or it's too that. Anyway, drop those in the comment section below. I want to know, or have you ever bought something and then regretted it when you got home and you're like, it's just really not worth the money whenever I think about how much money I spent on it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, click that notification bell. Smell you later.